Hey YouTube, Dan Otto here, coming at you with my first Little Cup team. And this one is an ABB style team with Ducklett, Onix, and lickitung. And how I came up with this team. So yesterday's video, I put a team that had 4 A's across the board. And it was Nidoran, Lickitung, and Why Not. And I didn't want to use Why Not yet. I may use it eventually, but I don't want to use it yet. So I wanted to start with the Lickitung because it's pretty bulky. And then I was like, okay, I need something to counter a counter user. Why not? You can do well with the licks, but it does well with the counters. So I'm like, okay, I'll use Ducklett because I have Ducklett built up. And then I'm like, okay, what else do I have built up? And I don't have a lot built up for Little Cup. And I was looking at because I have a little cup that I caught Onix for, and I'm like, an ABB style team where you draw out the counter user with your Lickitung, and then you have your Onix roam free in the back, maybe with either one extra shield or shields down that you can just rock through it. And it worked out okay. I'm going to go over a few of my wins here and a couple losses. Um, so basically how I play with this team is what I try and do is do just decent chip damage in the front here. So I'm running Aerial Ace on this because a lot of people just expect to run Bubble Beam, and Aerial Ace does decent chip damage. And then what I'm going to do is always come in with Lick Tongue right away. And here we go. This is what you want to do, right? You want to do a bunch of chip damage up front, come in lickitung, absorb that damage. Maybe you'll see something with like a counter user. In this case, unlucky that it was just a bug slash flyer, which would do absolutely brutal against Onix. But that's okay. We are pretty thick. We are spamming these body slams to a certain extent. Um, they're going to be able to probably take me down, but that's okay because we're doing a bunch of chip damage. And you kind of want to, with this team, you almost want them to be left over with 2 shields or 1 shield, right? Uh, because then you can just take it with the rock throws, unless you get into like a super hard counter. So I shield there just because I can go full farm out, and they come in with the seal, which is fantastic because this is kind of where I wanted to see it, anyways, right? Because I want, and they let it go, so this is perfect, right? They're going all the way down. I'm like, okay, I've got to imagine that a 1 shield Onix against a super low seal, which I'm going to take out here. Oh, actually, it doesn't even take me out. I'm auto switching here, and out comes Stunky. Is that Stunky? And look at how much those rock throws are doing. And I'm not going to. Sand Tomb, I'm running with Heavy Slam because I didn't want to put a second legacy move on it. You don't need to. Honestly, quite honestly, it's just rock throw Sand Tomb. All you need to do, shield up the crunch, rock throw. They try to come in, rock throw that out, rock throw this out, rock throw everything out. And that's kind of how this team works. Ducklett's pretty good in most neutral situations here. So I will probably do the same sort of thing here. This is actually a decent matchup, and it's a counter user. But I'm still going to try and do the same thing here because I'm going to throw the Brave Bird because they're probably not expecting it and let it go. And they do CMP time me, so I'm going to have to shield now, which is okay. A lot of damage is done. Coming Lickitung here. One could argue that there's probably not a ton of counter users in here that I should have just done like Aerial Ace and stayed in. But I still just kind of want to see anything, and that's fine. Out comes a Chinchou. And this is where the spamminess of the Lick Body Slam combo for Lickitung comes in here. That I'm able just to sort of absorb their Bubble Beam, no problem. I bait the first one, get to a power up second, so this is going to take him out, or probably with them. They lowered my attack, but this is Little Cup, so everything's super glassy. And now this comes back in, but I'm licking out a ton, so now they have to throw here too. So took that out, one switch. Switch doesn't really matter. I'm going to come right back in with Ducklett here. I've got a huge HP advantage here. I'm going to try and get to the move before they get to a move. Yep, so if they're going to want to keep this alive, they're going to need to shield and go down to the 0 shield. They do not. They decide to come in. Oh, Drifloom, and here we go. Flyer, no shot. You have, and that's why. So you got a lot of good matchups with the Onix in this league. There's some bad ones. I'm not going to lie, and you're going to see a couple of them coming up in the losses. But if you can get sort of shields down in neutral situations or be up 1 shield and you can just rock throw Sand Tomb, you're looking pretty good. This one's tricky-ish. I'm going to try and grab a shield here, and they let it go. So I'm like, okay, I can probably just fully farm at this point. And they get a move up. I don't think I can double shield at this point. So that's a lot of damage. And out comes the Slowpoke. Can I get to a move? I didn't think so. So I'm just coming here. These licks are doing super effective. I gotta take the move. I can't really shield here. I gotta save for Onyx. You gotta try and save a shield for Onyx, quite honestly, because it is so the rock throws just take so long. It's either gonna do super effective to your opponent or you're gonna do super poorly against it. Come in here, try and snipe. I do. They let it go, so I can't wing attack down, but I put it low enough that this rock throw is gonna go through. They're probably gonna throw a resisted fire move, so I just gotta let it go. So again, all resistant moves. Slowpoke's going to do a lot of damage here, but I can get their Sand Tomb off. Again, won't actually do much, but it'll lower their defense to make these rock throws just a little better. Yeah, get that extra walk through there. Got to shield up everything. And I hopefully should just be able to rock throw all the way down here. And I do for the win. So there you go. Like, Onix definitely has some decent play in here. Now, this is where it was unfortunate. Like, this one just tough lead. So I'm going to switch anyways, right? Because that's what I'm going to do. But they're resisting both of my moves here, I think. So I'm just going to throw the body slam. But again, I've done this little cup for those of you who have never really done little cup or only done it like once or twice. You are going to be so surprised how much these uh, resisted moves do to these Pokemon, and how much normal type moves do like charge moves do like 50 to 70%. Yeah, as long as it's not like a sand tomb. Like, if it's a decent charge move, does like 50%. If it's resisted, it still does like 33%. I try to get out here. I cannot get out. I should have just thrown the move. That was a dumb loss right here. I can't really talk. I should have just thrown the move, did some chip damage, and then I could have come into my Onix and then just farmed a bunch. Yeah. So this game's over. I should have thrown the body slam because they wouldn't have got this move off now either. Dumb mistake. Should have recognized. I don't count, so those are the mistakes you're gonna make when you don't count. Now Onix is down a lot. They have their own rock throw user on the lead, and it's a double water, and double water stuff for Onix, right? Because you're not 1 week, because you're weak to grass, you're weak to fighting, you're weak to rock, and water. So so good catch, caught an Aqua Tail. I can hopefully just go for the farm down here. I got a shield and just commit to the farm down, hoping that I can get to multiple air laces here. Oh, I remember this one. I think this is the one that my opponent said GG's right afterwards. Because I only have one win condition, in my opinion, was Air Lace Bait and Brave Bird Nuke. And I get to the Brave Bird, but I guess I got caught in the animation, and we'll go down here. So good game to my opponent. Should have thrown the body slam there. Uh, Probably would have been able to. Yeah, just unlucky there. And Squovit, I don't know how you pronounce it, but this thing is, I know how spammy Greedent is. This thing, for being the first evolution, not surprising, is also spammy. And also an extremely tough Pokemon for this team because, like, it took that airless fine. The body slams do about 50%, so I'm going to have to shield here. And is going to get to another one before I can take it out. So I have to try and catch on lickitung. So I do catch, which is good, but like the licks are resisted, so I couldn't come in here. And then the I guess like a bullet seed will do super effective against Onix. So it's really a tough core breaker for this team. Not core breaker in the pure sense, but like it beats all three of these. So I can get the body slam off here, but I'm already pretty low. He may just go for the full farm down. Does not get it, which is really, really big for me. Problem is this thing's going to come out with a ton of energy. Come in. I tried to CMP. Don't know who wins CMP because I don't know that stuff. So we CMP. Um, Hopefully it takes it out. It does not. So now they get the move off. So I'm like, okay, that's unfortunate, but hopefully something's weak in the back to Onix, and it is a Hoppip. So I was thinking, I saw the flyer, so I'm like, oh, I should just come in and try and rock throw it down, but I'm like, oh man, this thing charges super fast. Grass knot, one shot's goodbye, and I have no shot here. So tough lead there. And then Seal lead. Probably do the same thing I did last time. Throw the aerial ace and then bail into my lickitung to try and draw out a counter user, which the only counter user is really why not. I can take this, but I'm just gonna shield anyways. When am I gonna reset here? Come on. Am I staying in? Why am I staying in? I guess I guess you don't need to play this like an ABB style team. Like you are double to fighting in the back, but lickitung between the licks and body slams can stay in with why not. So you don't need to draw it out. So I just go down here. I'm gonna be able to come and lick and snipe before they throw a move. And now what are they gonna come in with? They come with why not, right? So here, perfect. This is perfect to showcase here. So the licks are doing super effective. Their counters are doing super effective. I'm going to get these body slams off, but this thing is pretty decently thick. So I think I probably still do lose this. Let's see how much these miracles do. I can imagine I do not shield. Yeah. So as you can see, like I'm just getting severely out muscled here. Mostly out bulked, quite honestly, because we're both doing super effective, but they are going to be able to take me out here. And now I got to throw this move. Do I shield? I know it's going to hurt, but I don't know what's in the back yet, so I probably can't shield yet. So I don't let it go, so it's not too bad. And what is in the back? It is a bug. You love to see it. And this is why you just really don't need a second move. Just Sand Tomb, lower their defense. It does obviously nothing, but you don't need it to do a lot. All you need to do is get it to lower their defense. They go straight for the bug buzz. I'm surprised they didn't try and bait there because I think baiting probably would have been their better option. Looks like timing on that one worked out that they didn't get a move through here, and this now lower their defense times two, so two more, take them out for the win. So team is okay. Obviously Ducklett is, like I said, pretty good across the board. Lickitung is decent. Obviously, like it's like a worse version of Why Not. Quite honestly, I know Why Not's like a counter use, and this is obviously just a lick and body slam and power whip, but it's just like if you're looking for something for bulk, Lickitung. I know you're used to thinking like Lickitung is thick. Not as much in this. Not as much in this. So keep that in mind if you want to run it. And then Onix, I had fun using it, but it's very much like you do if you have a shield in a good scenario, good matchup, you're golden, you're gonna win. If you don't have a shield or in your bad scenario, you're gonna lose. So it's one of those things. So keep that in mind if you want to run this team. But that is it. So thank you for watching. Let me know if you guys are playing as well, and I will see you guys in the next one.